Welcome back, adventurers, to another episode of D20 Theater. Today, we want to continue talking about our giveaway that's still ongoing on Twitter. So we're going to show off some of these dice here. Would you show them the inside of that container so they can see what they're actually pitching for?
Clever.
Now, if you're watching this live, this giveaway is still going on. By the time this is on YouTube, may not be anymore. But we're giving away these beautiful metal dice from our partner at Dice Dungeons. They're absolutely great. I use them myself, not that exact color, but I use them myself. They're absolutely beautiful. Definitely, you're going to want to enter this contest. It'll be fantastic. All right. Greg?
Wait, you forgot about the cool part about this thing.
Oh, well, tell us about the cool part.
The lid.
Oh, yeah.
If you take off the lid and you look on the inside of the lid, it's got this padding on it, so you can use it as a makeshift
dice tray.
Yeah, I was too stupid to figure that out.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Oh my god, that's genius.
Yeah.
I didn't even know.
For steel, you can barely hear
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Wow.
Wow. So are we ready? All right. When last we left our heroes, then we had finally breached the Baron's Keep. We made our way upstairs to a hidden library full of strange magical tomes and a corpse ringed by a circle of salt. Boss took it upon herself to disturb the salt, whereupon the corpse rose up and revealed itself as one of the others being worshipped by the Baron and a few of the faithful in town. As we were beginning to leave, then the corpse and Farin suddenly floated up towards each other and were eye to eye. Farin's eyes took on the same deathly black hue, and he fell before drawing his weapon and advancing towards the rest of the party. Nullius, in an act of bravery, held off our possessed party member, while the rest of us darted down to finish off the Baron. Fighting our way through the keep, through many a suggestion and clever tactic and brute force when those two things failed.
And a lot of cards.
And a lot of cards being played. We made our way to the Baron himself, who was flanked by several of his most powerful soldiers, one of whom he immediately transformed into a hideous abomination. We were losing pretty badly, but thanks to a couple of well-played
Inspiration cards
and Patreon rewards. Thanks, guys.
Oh, thank you so much.
We were able to survive. In fact, a prior hero of an adventure in Belarath, Sir Eldon Grimright, the Ladyfingers himself, came tumbling down a set of stairs to save the day. We were able to slay the Baron, but not before he gave a dire warning, something like, "If you kill me now, then the beast will be freed," and Eldon cared not a whit and cut his head off. Whereupon a strange energy left the Baron and then floated over into Esteem. There appeared to be an internal struggle, and then Esteem seemed fine, so it's probably not a big deal. The fact that Thaddeus can currently sense a lot of bad, evil juju coming from him, not a problem. It's all good. Left the neckbreaker, Lord Diplomat of Thermikath arrived with the rest of his contingent, having broken down the gates of the city and subdued the rest of the guards, to basically congratulate us on a job well done and tell us to move on to the line to speak with King Egbert the Bold. Colby, I believe that catches us up.
And there, for now, we leave our heroes.
Oh!
What?
We leave them. We
Bye.
leave our
Okay.
heroes.
Hi, heroes.
Around you, a cheer rises as orcs, young and old, unscarred and blood-sworn alike, laud the appearance of their high chief, Zonag Akhar, he who would be king, from his yurt atop the hill. As the mighty orc raises a hand, the crowd goes silent. Behind him, the shaman Burgug, one of the mortal spirits who advise the great chiefs, blinks, his reopened eyes a milky white, the clouds within them flowing like liquid. As Zonag speaks, his voice booms unnaturally loud over the gathered masses that all may hear. "Warriors and heroes of Akhar!" As the High Chief utters these first words, the crowd once again goes wild, until the butt of Zonag's spear meets the ground with a resounding crack, and all is silent once more. "Brave heroes, my brother's dream draws yet nearer, for your fearsome spears have brought to heel the last of the clan of Crotho!" Two burly orcs in ceremonial armor drag a third out of the yurt. The prisoner raises his head without fear, a fire burning in his eyes, the scars of yesterday's battle still fresh. "And now, my sons, the deed is finished." The prisoner's shackles are removed, and slowly he stands. Zonag tosses his spear to the unlucky leader of the Crothu clan, drawing from his belt a dagger. Then another. "Die not in bed, honored warrior," he says solemnly to the prisoner, bowing his head in respect. Lowering his spear, the other orc merely nods in reply. In a blur they come together, the legendary spear matching the speed of Zonag's daggers. One appears the reflection of the other, the only thing keeping onlookers aware of the reality of the struggle, the constant clang of steel against steel, as spear and daggers come ringing together. For a moment it seems that there can be no victor in this contest of proven warriors. The spear strikes forward, fast, quick as a serpent, and Zonag hooks it with his elbow, whirling around with blinding speed to find his dagger at the throat of his foe. All is still as the prisoner realizes his doom. "Meet death with a blooded blade, brave hero." Almost without movement, a red streak appears on the defeated orc's throat, trickling down into a dark red pool on the ground. Zonag, victorious, reclaims his spear, and raises both arms into the air as the crowd erupts with a roar of victory. "And now, my sons, Crothu is joined with Akhar! For this, we celebrate!" Woohoo! As Zonag returns to his yurt, the crowd disperses, milling about with activity, chatter raising amongst the din. Giant lizards are roasted upon huge skewers. Scalds and actors seeking to spread tales of glory sing and dance to tales of yesterday's battle and tomorrow's war. Spectators gather to watch bouts of single combat to first blood, and all manner of contest and game finds its home on the impromptu fairground. Barrel running, drinking contests, pig tossing, and archery contests draw crowds, as the shamans and witches, revered mortal spirits, share blessings and divinations. At this time, I have for each of you an orc character.
Yes! I had a feeling.
Cool. Alright, for Nick, we have Tumhorn Grogburner.
Tumhorn.
Grogburner.
For Haley, Kuga Beastmaster.
Oh!
For Brandon, Latbag Red Eyes.
Oh, that's cool.
For Greg, Tugog Manbreaker.
Oh.
Okay.
And for Sam, Thakrak the Hellhawk.
Oh, yeah!
So, would you pass this down? There's Thakrak's mini for today.
Thakrak.
Here are the minis for Kuga.
Oh no.
Let's see. Grogburner, what is your weapon again?
Horns
Or,
and battle axe.
Right. We're gonna toss that down to you.
This
and
is
then
so
we'll
fun.
say
Can I have your
Manbreaker
bag guy?
and Red Eyes. So, now of course we'll probably edit this part out for the video, but I'm gonna give you guys 5 minutes to look over your stuff. The main thing, since I know you
Sorry,
guys know
guys.
combat, I know you guys know the combat stuff, so the main thing is look over your ideals and look on the second page for a brief bullet list of kind of your backstory. You are all warriors of Clan Akhar. So here in 5 minutes, which will be at 6:19, we will get started.
I see.
I got married and divorced. She had it coming.
And you can keep secret or share anything you like. It's up to you. Your speed is 40, right? Yeah.
Oh hell yeah. What was this?
It's for moving on this because I'm the grid. So it's
Oh. Oh cool.
Woo!
Okay, you
I
have
am
best
a-
character. Cool.
I'm a bad A.
Aw.
What's this?
I was raised by a single mother.
Oh, really?
She worked hard to raise me.
Well, she's... Okay. Hashtag She Theater. She 20 Theater.
That's right.
Hashtag She 20 Theater.
2 sisters.
Yeah.
Boom. This is a woman-dominated
So we're not even
family.
gonna need her.
Oh,
No.
that's right.
Okay.
This is gonna be really fun. Did you take that photo?
I haven't because I was reading.
Okay,
the
well, whenever you do, can you send it?
I will send it to you.
Thank you.
It's been a while since I played Barbarian.
Grogburner, what class are you?
Also barbing today.
Oh no.
Throw
I'm
another shrink on
conflicted.
the body.
What are you, Haley? You a ranger?
I'm a fighter actually.
Fighter with the Ranger
Oh,
subclass.
right, so-
Yeah.
Hey,
And the
that's pretty
Beastmaster.
Or Beastmaster fighting
Fighting
style.
style.
Yeah.
Cool.
Don't read my stuff.
I'm gonna read your stuff. I'm just looking at the class. I'm sorry. Yeesh.
And then your racial abilities are on the second page as well for most of you, except for Sam, who I think it was easy to fit everything on
Yeah,
one page.
It's all right here.
Yeah. Oh, let's see.
Oh, cool.
Your original notes on the first page too. I may not have put them on there at all. I didn't for you.
What's it say? Are we
I guess I can just.
You can check it on Obsidian Portal.
This is pretty
I have
girl.
Badland Orc on. At least
Oh,
I should
there you go.
on the app. I can't remember if I put it all on there.
This is reading the stream.
This is reading the stream.
Do it. Do it.
I can never remember. Does resistance stack?
No, it
I
cannot
didn't think
stack.
so. I didn't think so.
Belarath Orc, can I have it? Thank God.
Let's do it.
I like the number of light hammers. Just sort of like, you got two. You get two. Okay. Oh yeah.
He's pretty cool. My guy's pretty good. Quit
I'm
looking
not
at me.
looking. I'm not looking. I can't see it from this distance.
I'm gonna kill you. This is awesome.
This will be so much easier.
Now we gotta figure out how my orc sounds.
I've got mine.
Alright, go Cockney.
Yeah.
Suck it.
What?
Hmm?
Orcs aren't cockney.
I know, but I'm doing it anyway.
What?
What are they?
What are orcs?
They don't really have.
They're like
Yeah,
they
yeah.
just have a gruff voice.
Yeah, they're just orc voice.
Yeah, I won't be doing
As long
that.
as
Yeah, I
that's-
saw that. I'm not sure if you noticed, but I was practicing it.
Yeah.
When I was reading, I was like,
Lord of the Rings, they were all Cockney kind of thing.
You walk over here. Yeah.
Why
Is this good enough?
some meat?
That's amazing. That's amazing.
Nothing.
Okay.
You may do it big, and you may just
Yeah.
so it's clear on the.
I see that.
There you go.
I'm not sure if you guys have noticed, but we did revamp our Twitter page. So
Yes.
I forgot to put a panel on our Twitch channel for Twitter. But we do have our Facebook panel down in the voice crack down in the description below, and if you want, you just click on that. It'll go straight to our Facebook, and then from there you can go to our Twitter, where we're doing a really big giveaway of our red dice, and all the instructions are on there. You need to follow us, like the post, and then retweet the post in order to win. And currently, there's a hair in my mouth. Currently, there's 42 people in the standing for the giveaway. So go ahead.
That's
and
pretty good odds.
Yeah, that's. Wait, what?
I mean, 1 out of 42 is pretty good for a
Oh,
giveaway.
sorry. For some reason, I thought you were being sarcastic. So yeah, if you go there and just follow, like it, and retweet, boom, you have a chance. When we announce the winner, I'll go ahead and direct message the person who won, and yeah, so you'll be able to know whether you're it or not.
All right. Well, one more thing is on your sheets. I didn't write it for everyone, but you do also have an explorer's pack. I just got tired of writing down all of the things in an explorer's pack.
Right?
But you have that. And without further ado, let's begin. As I said, there's all sorts of things going on. There's bale running, drinking contests, pig tossing, and archery contests. It's there. What do you want to do?
Pig tossing.
All right, pig tossing it is.
obviously.
Who all would like to take part in the pig tossing?
Not me.
All right,
I
so.
would be against it.
As you wander through the crowds, you hear some cheers and bellows coming out from one area, and as you head that direction, you see a rather fat, easygoing boar. Some foam sort of drizzling out of his mouth. It seems he's been filled with black ale to dull his senses, so he can be used for the pig toss. It tears groggily in the center of the gathered crowd. So, if you'd like to take part in the pig toss, feel free. You can see that 3 burly orcs, all of them famed warriors, are standing around flexing, ready for the toss. One of them, as you approach, looks up and he goes,
Hi! You here for the toss? You here for the toss? You're a chump, you are. Here for the toss. I'll toss you. Just give me a pig.
he picks up the pig and he chunks it quite a ways. And somebody goes and gathers the pig as the crowd goes wild. And he says,
Your turn. Weak.
Alright, so first, I need you to roll either an animal handling to sort of calm the creature so you can get a good grip on it, or a stealth to sneak up behind and grab it.
No.
Alright.
What is this, what is the orc clan called?
Akhar.
Akhar, sorry.
A-K-H-A-R.
18.
Alright, so
Wow.
keep that number.
Okay.
Now you need to make an athletics to toss it. However, the adjudicator grabs you by the shoulder and says,
Just be warned. Don't throw it too hard.
he
Why?
says,
Well, if you kill it, there's no more game.
so, in mechanical terms, a natural 20 is an automatic disqualification as the pig is tossed too hard and killed. That said,
Okay.
now there's pork on video.
If
If before the roll is
It's
made,
already
if before the
marinated.
roll is made, the tosser opts to forego their strength modifier to this roll, or if it's a negative strength modifier, double it. You can avoid the consequences of a natural 20 if you roll one.
No.
Alright.
No, I'll just.
Alright.
I'll chance it. Alright. Mother. I got a 20.
Alright, so hefting the pig.
Right, don't throw it too hard, okay.
The pig goes flying. You see it, sort of you lose it in a petrified tree for a moment, and you're watching, and it never comes out of the tree. Going over, the adjudicator looks up and he says,
Alright, somebody get a spit. That's when we die. That's when we die.
Alright, what other games do we want to take?
That's it.
I just...
Well, the winner, as it turns out, was Othrig.
Oh, okay.
Mighty orc. He tossed it quite far. You probably would have won if it weren't for that natural 20.
Sure, yeah.
Second place was Shrigu, and third place was Augo. You can see that each of them, the first place winner was given 3 bottles of Berserker Brew. The second place winner was 2 bottles, and the third place was 1.
Zonag just stands there looking up into the tree, and slowly, just like a couple of tears go down on his cheeks. I just want to forgive him a hug.
Whoa. Inspiration.
That's alright, big man.
By the way, just so you're aware, your inspiration for these characters is separate than your
Yeah, okay.
inspiration for your other
Cool.
characters.
You
So
probably
no
would have
comments.
killed it to death with your hug anyway. Or not, alright, what's the next one?
I pat you on the back and I sort of like gesture for my bat friend and he like happily walks over to you.
Just a bat, just walks
No,
over.
it's a medium-sized hunting bat.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you want to give him a hug,
The bat is actually a girl.
if you want to give her a hug.
Colby, I'm gonna give the bat a hug. So I
Alright.
guess I'm rolling athletics.
Yep.
Don't crit.
Roll athletics.
Okay.
You
It's an
squeeze
eight-
the
it's an
bat
18.
and you hear a crack and then immediately release. The bat sort of flexes, but it's okay.
Yeah, she's fine.
Of course she's
Dude, I'm just gonna say this is like female strong character.
She
Single
20
mother,
theater.
2 sisters.
Hashtag she 23.
Cool bat.
He's
Theater.
like theater.
I'm so happy.
I go to the adjudicator, the pork adjudicator dude.
Alright.
I say,
Since there's no pork to throw, can we throw him?
and I point to Sam's character.
You point to to him. The guy looks over and he says,
The Hellhawk? I wouldn't try to toss him if my life depended on it.
Wait. Who's Grogburner?
Grogburner's him.
Oh.
Can we row him?
Not you.
He looks over and he says,
Ha! If you can catch him. Go on, run, little Grogburner. Roar!
Ladbag comes running at you.
It's not funny.
Are we chasing? Yay! Tugog comes sprinting towards you, arms outstretched.
Hold on. No, we're not doing this.
Roll persuasion.
Oh, okay.
You can roll an insight.
Yeah. Oh, wait, okay.
Alright, okay. 16.
You definitely
I
got
got a 1, so good job. A total of 1 after modifiers.
What, you don't want to hug him?
So
Come on. He doesn't want a hug.
Oh, I'll get you your hug.
No, it's
Oh,
yes.
what did you do to him?
All right. There are several other contests. There's the marksmanship contest, the
gladly
barrel
take
run. There's the
Oh,
drinking
marksmanship.
contest.
I want to do that too.
Yeah.
Marksmanship. All right. Well, headed over to the marksmanship
play.
contest. You can see several of the famous archers of the Car clan. You see one guy who was a former member of Crothu, and you actually recognize him as someone you faced on the battlefield yesterday. He killed 17 orcs.
Yeah, because
Oh,
it
yeah.
was two clans fighting each other.
It was two clans fighting
So
each other.
we're
When
coming
when
together.
Akar defeated Crothu,
They joined the
Zonag
clan.
killed. That's who he killed. At the
Oh,
beginning
I
of it,
thought
and so
this
now
was
Crothu's
like
part of
Christmas
the
Day
clan.
during World War
No,
One,
no,
where
no.
they stopped.
No.
No,
Zonag
they're
killed
part of
the
the
chief,
clan
and
now.
now yeah. So all people who would have been, this guy would have been Azarg Crothu.
Uh-huh.
Now he's Azarg Akhar.
I'm gonna head over to him.
He looks to you, and you can see like he's still got this big cut on his like running from his cheek down across his chin and down his throat that he received yesterday in the battle. It's this vicious scar, and he looks at you and he
Is it like my
smiles
scar?
and he says, "You were one of the ones I missed."
Old time handshake, right?
He takes it.
Yeah, and I say, "Oh, better luck next time."
He nods and he says, "One day I'll kill you."
You wish.
By the way, the common orc
Don't
greeting,
know
so you're aware,
Okay.
common orc greeting is "One day I'll kill you." The
No,
response
"One day
is
I'll kill
often "You wish," but
You
the
wish.
most common response is "Not today."
Well, then
and-
I'm gonna lean forward. I'm gonna bring him forward towards me and go, "Not today."
Nice. He smiles and he says, "No, but today we'll see who's better." And he draws back a short bow, and you can see they've got short bows there as well. And he takes a shot, and it goes all the way across the field. There's basically a variety of targets ranging in size, distance, and movement designed to simulate battle situations. So if you want to enter the contest, you need to make 3 ranged attack rolls.
Let's do
You
it.
don't need to roll for damage. The weapon is a short bow.
Oh, okay. So if we're not proficient, we can't do it.
If you're not proficient, you can. You just wouldn't get your proficiency bonus.
Actually, I
Hey.
I'm gonna try.
I walk up.
Add together the results of your 3 attack rolls. if you
Add
do.
together.
I walk up and like after he releases his arrows,
Oh no.
I'm gonna walk up to exactly where he just stood and go, "Watch." Nat 20,
Oh,
19, and a 10.
Woo! So 30,
So
49.
25, 24,
Oh,
and
yeah.
15.
So add those all together.
25, 24, 49 plus 15.
64.
64.
64. Nice. Alright, so you best him. In each target that he hits, you hit slightly more towards the center, slightly more towards the vital parts of the target. You nail a couple.
Yeah, I got it.
The crowd is going wild for you.
Oh.
26.
Total.
I like how they hunter the
You take your
ranger.
first shot, it's a brilliant shot, sends straight home, and the next 2 fly entirely wide.
I got 42.
I was distracted by
one of them was a crit.
my
By my
bat.
brilliance.
My bat was just like being a toddler. I
Well,
was
as your
distracted.
bat was flying, one of the other archers, Shrodbog, thought that your bat was one of the targets, and so he's aiming at it, and you had to go over and be like, no.
Oh.
Yeah, I did.
I got a 42.
42, 64,
I didn't shoot. No.
I already did it.
all right, 26,
55.
55. All right, so you managed to come in first place, beating Azarg.
Nice.
You managed to come in second,
Oh,
also
really?
barely edging out Azarg,
Nice.
and Azarg comes in third. Azarg looks to both of you and he says, "You're good archers. Glad to have you on the same side now.
I look him in the eyes and go, "I'm the best."
Today."
You got a little snot coming out right there. Might wanna
The prizes they bring around,
do that.
you receive a fine quiver,
Ooh.
10 silver arrows, and 10 poison basics.
What?
These are all the supplies used by Crothu's famed serpent archers.
Oh, yeah, we fought a few of those.
How many
Huh.
bolts?
10 silver arrows.
Not in a while, but in the first.
I mean,
Silver air, but
episodes,
poison
we fought
what?
Poison basic.
Basic.
10 poison basic.
Poison common basic.
You receive 6 silver arrows and 6 poison basic.
Okay.
and then they give Azarg some as well. The one guy, Akbesh, comes over, and you manage to beat him. And he comes over and he goes,
How the big lout like you managed to beat me?
I pulled back in my shop and it went that way.
and he stands up like he's getting ready to fight. And he is going to roll an attack roll against Oh, he
lean
got
over
pretty
to our friend here and I say, I think he wants a hug.
I think so too.
He got a 19,
He hit
and
me.
he just takes his forehead and he slams it into your chin, really hard. And as he does so, he's gonna deal 9 bludgeoning damage.
That's a thick forehead.
Yeah.
Okay. And I just grab him under both arms, do the same thing. I'm gonna reckless.
All right.
I got it.
You got it.
It was a good. And so that's it's only a D4. Where's my D4 going? 7.
All right. And as you slam your forehead into his, he sort of staggers backwards for a moment.
That
and
was
then
good.
drops.
Are you okay? I pick him up and like kind of.
He's
Shake
just sort
him around a little
of
bit.
laying there limply for a moment. A trickle of blood rolls down his forehead, and then.
Hey, you're okay.
I just kind of sit
Oh,
him
I
down.
feel like I've been hit by an orc.
What's an orc?
An auroch is a large sort of war cow.
No, it's like an ox.
War cow.
Yeah, it's like a big ox.
It's a
yeah.
good. You could just use ox.
Alright, so there's still the barrel run if anyone wants to do that.
Sure.
There's the drinking contest.
Sure.
What
I
do
don't
you
want to do all of
I
that.
love this. This is a fun time.
I'll join the drinking contest.
I'll
the
do the
drinking
barrel
contest?
I
run.
feel like we all have to.
Alright, so for
That
the
I
drinking
wanna-
contests, as you approach, you can see they're just finishing
Wait,
one
we're doing
round.
the drinking contest before the barrel
Yeah.
run. This is a good
You
plan.
see that when you approach, they're just finishing another round of it, where contestants lean back in their chairs like so, and they're force-fed incredibly heavily spiced lizard meat just off the fire and burning with spices. And each contestant's drink of choice is placed on the table in front of him. Contestants have to resist the urge to drink.
Oh.
So,
Oh.
Oh.
It's just gonna be like wisdom saves.
who wants in on this
I
one?
think it's gonna probably be
Yep.
Constitution.
Alright, if you want in
That
on
is
this
great.
one, first, you need to roll initiative by rolling a d20 and subtracting your con mod.
Okay.
Oh.
I'm gonna put these dice away.
I got a
Mine have
0.
been wrong.
I also got a 0.
I got a -2.
Just let us know when you're ready.
Wow.
What'd you get, Brandon?
I got 10.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, if there's a negative, you can use it.
What did you crit fail?
I got a 2.
And you've got a 4? Nice. Likewise. Bunch of tough orcs over here.
Alright, you know what?
I'm
Nick,
not-
can I take some of your index
You're
cards?
not.
Yeah,
Oh, you're
they're
not.
marked. They have
All of them?
Oh, sorry.
yeah, front and back.
Oh,
Can I look at
Want
stats?
me
Is
to
that
share on
okay?
the page for you?
Oh, no, don't do that. Don't do that. I'll use this.
Wow.
What do you need?
Don't worry about it. Can I borrow a pen, though? A pencil?
Pencil?
Okay.
Sweet.
Alright, who got over 20? Nobody?
I don't think
Over
it's possible.
15? Nobody over 15?
You
Over
got a
10?
10.
You got a 10? Is that the highest?
Wow.
Wow,
Yep.
guys.
0, 0, -2.
Okay.
I'm not doing it because I'm not dumb.
Alright, anybody over 5?
No, 0.
Oh, 0, 0, negative? Okay,
No,
hold on though. Hold
yeah.
on, let me do it this way, because otherwise I'm going to mess it up. Okay, so then we have... Alright, who are our zeros? And what's your character's name again?
Tugog, the man breaker.
Tugog,
And Tom Horn.
Tumhorn. And then we have a -2.
Yeah, that's me. Koga.
Alright. And your what's your character's
You
name?
said
Kuga?
Kuga.
Alright.
What's my buddy's name?
I think it's Shigra.
There you go.
Something like that.
That's what I wanted to hear.
Bat.
Big bad.
Alright. Well, on your turn, you will have to roll a con save with a DC of 8 plus the number of rounds that have passed so far. Each time a creature fails, he drinks. If you drink, you're out.
Oh.
Alright, you can see off to the side as Gilfo's being force-fed food, this orc who he's known for being somewhat of a weakling, he's just going. But he passes. He passes. Lat bag, you're up.
Alright.
Just need an 8 right now.
I got a 13.
13. You're safe.
15, sorry.
You're safe. Next we have Rugbar. Rugbar is known for being incredibly tough, and Rugbar just kind of sits back and he says, "More spice." All right, that's gonna put us at Tugog.
Okay.
Did you already go?
No, not yet. I'm after him.
Yeah.
Alright, you can see Agzet off to the side, another orc who's just kind of looking around, eyeing the competition curiously. Tomhorn.
Okay.
Okay.
That's a 10.
Oh, Agzet actually shouldn't have gone yet, but that's okay.
So is it just
10?
8 right
You're
now?
good.
Yeah, I mean, I made it through.
Kuga.
Yeah.
Close.
Do you need new dice? Oh, okay.
15.
Alright, and then here it is. So, it's back to Gilfo at the top. Gilfo, he's stressing and then he sort of calms. And you can see him chewing on some more spicy food. He's calmed down a little bit. Lapbag, DC is now 9.
That's correct.
Alright, that puts us at Rugbar.
Who's Rugbar?
Oh, that's one of these guys. Alright, sorry. Rugbar's totally fine. Tugog.
Alright, just trying to never die. Just for funsies. Just, as I'm eating, I just kind of go, "Ugh," and just pick up my drink and just start drinking.
Somebody goes, "Wait, no, you're not."
You are daft. Okay.
Alright, Tugog's out. They sort of help you up to your feet and they say, "Come on." And there's still a whole bowl of food there and they're like, pulling you. You're like, "No, no, you
Right, but there was more.
just take it."
I bring him aside.
I just walk off with a pail of food.
That was a good job.
Alright, Tomhorn.
Okay, this is what is it? 9 now?
It's 9 now.
Okay, I made it. I got 9.
Alright, Kuga.
Oh, I forgot that we were doing things. Woo, made it.
Alright, back to Gilfo. Gilfo crit. Lapbag. It's 10 now.
Okay, that's 15 again.
Alright, Rugbar.
You.
I'm eyeing him.
Oh, that's me. Alright, and he takes it. Tomhorn.
Oh, that's me. Wow. Well, fewer people now. Yeah, that's a 23.
Alright, Kuga. It's 10.
Woo, made it.
Alright,
My little baby dice.
Agzit.
Save the day.
He's been eyeing the competition, and he grabs his drink and he shoves it down. He's like, "I can't take it anymore. I can't." That's better. And he walks off with his drink.
God, that looks good.
Inspiration. Alright, so Exit's out. Gilfo is up, and he, you can see him, like, he's laying back, and he keeps going. Do it. And that puts us at Lapback.
Do it.
It's 11 now.
That was 19.
Alright. Rugbar's looking around for a minute. He looks for a moment. He reaches for his drink, and he stops his hand. He grips the handle of the stein.
Feels good, doesn't it?
And then lets it go and grabs a fork, and he shoves more food in his mouth.
He says, "It'll feel better when I win."
Alright, Tomhorn.
He's not wrong.
Oh, that's me. What's the DC?
It's 11 now.
Less than that. I saw that last guy, and I needed
Alright,
to
Kuga, 11.
Wait, so did you drink?
Ah!
Did you get just
I
below it?
just stand up and walk away.
Aw, with your drink?
No drink, just walk away.
Or you just can't do
I
it?
don't want to drink in front of them.
Oh,
I'm
gotcha.
gonna go to a different.
So you just walk away like,
Yeah, I'm too good for this contest.
Yeah, and then like if anyone like watches me, I'm like running to the bar,
Like sticking your face in the bar.
Temptation's too great for you, eh?
See
Come
what's
on.
gonna-
Get another one of these.
it's down to just
I bet.
Gilfo, Lapbag, and Rugbar.
Trump
And yeah,
boss.
there's plenty more to be had. So Gilfo, Letbag, and Rugbar. So Gilfo,
You're weak like your father.
How's life
Gilfo.
in second place?
We'll see about that. It's better than fourth.
Oh man! All right, both of y'all can have an inspiration. And Gilfo, he looks around and he says,
This isn't.
"All right, fine, I'm done with this." And he downs his, so he's got third place. Letbag,
What's the DC
it's
now?
12 now.
Nat 19.
Dude.
And Rugbar, finally, he's got that fork still in the one hand, and he throws it on the ground. He grabs his drink and he says, "Ah, I can't take it!" And he slams it down. So he's got second. So you got first. So they bring you over. And one guy comes over and he's got a tray. He says, "To quench your thirst," and he tosses you 3 bottles of Troll's blood.
What's that?
Well, I'll tell you all what all this stuff that you're winning does after we've done all the games and stuff.
Cool.
It's actually on my computer.
Barrel race.
All right, the barrel race.
Here we go.
So, with the barrel run, you can see contestants racing from one side of a stony, gravelly field to the other, carrying large barrels. The size of the barrel obscures a racer's ability to see the ground in front of their feet. Oblivious racers, you can see, often trip on the many stones in the field, and the sloshing of the water in the barrel also makes balance very difficult. Some racers simply sprint as fast as they can, ignoring the stumbles and slips, while some try to go carefully, hoping that slow and steady will win the race. So, for this race, as they bring you over, you can see that Korka, one of the berserkers, who was the first into the fray yesterday, is standing there, and he says he's won multiples of this game already today. And he's standing there, and he's got several bottles of marching ale around his belt, and he says, "Gonna get me some more!" As he's getting ready. For this one, there are 2 rolls. First, in athletics to heft the barrel, and second, either acrobatics or perception to avoid tripping over a rock as you run. You add the 2 together, and the highest will win.
Oh, no way.
Yes, please.
All right, so who's in on this one?
I got it.
I'm
I'll
in.
be jumping.
All right.
I mean,
I'm
I want to
getting
win
right
something,
next
so
to it.
I
So you need an athletics, and then an acrobatics or perception.
I'm not
I
gonna
will-
win
I
anything.
will
Yeah, and then
win.
add them together.
I feel really certain Tugog is not walking away with any victories today.
Oh!
Okay.
So athletics.
Okay, alright, not great.
That-
And then either acrobatics or perception.
And add them together.
Add them together.
Okay.
What you got?
Hold on, just doing
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Oh, I think actually, just for this, then getting into the spirit of competition, I'm gonna rage
All right.
That's cheating.
and pick. No, it's not.
Wow,
I didn't say
rage
that.
too.
Oh, jeez.
Oh man, that didn't help much.
No.
Can I 38?
38. All right.
Wow.
Oh, right.
One of them crit. It's good.
All right.
18 plus 22
And then
is
40.
40.
There you go. I got
All right.
And then my, oh. So
28.
28. Okay.
Can I have my
The
bat
hell hack.
now?
The hell hack. The hell hawk is having a hard time picking up the barrel, but he's got it.
All right.
Can I have my bat friend help me out?
No.
Hey, there's spots over
He
there.
can't help you out. No.
You said it was a leaf.
She can't. You're right.
I got a 24.
24.
33.
33. All
What?
right.
Even though you rolled so terribly,
The first one, yeah. The second one was pretty good.
you get to roll twice.
Because,
All
yeah, because
right.
you rolled the athletics
So,
first, and then the.
Did you do
You roll them
acrobatics or
together and
perception?
add them.
I did acrobatics.
That's what you
And
did.
yeah, that's what I did.
You
You
did
did athletics
acrobatics?
first, and then
All right.
You rolled a
so
7 and a
Korka-
2.
sort
that
of
was my
walking
athletics because I
carefully.
rolled good.
Korka was walking carefully with his barrel, and in a moment you trip and stumble but catch your barrel, and Korka, walking carefully, just sort of strides past you and says,
Ha! That's why you watch where you're going.
and he keeps on moving. You start sprinting again, going faster. You surpass him one more time, but then stumble all the way to the ground, rolling across the ground as the barrel rolls over you, causing you to run. Hefting up your barrel, you can see that now Korka's ahead of you, laughing, and he's almost to the finish line. You start sprinting, and the 2 of you pass the line, breaking the rope at exactly the same moment. The 2 of you have tied for first.
No way.
Tom Horn,
Also
as you go acrobatics, Tom Horn, you take it, you heft it, and you just start running, but you're not quite as fast as Lapbag. Not quite making it, and so you pass the line just after. So you're taking second place, and in third place
Pretty heavy barrel.
comes another orc a warrior by the name of Ugbod. And Ugbod just hefts it over one shoulder and goes running, but it slows him down so much that he still ends up coming third. So, since you tied for first, Corker comes up and he says,
Well, first person to come close all day. My father taught me well. I like your spirit. What's your name, boy? Flatback. Flatback. That's a good, strong name. And yours was? Corker. Nice to meet you. Aha! I'm glad to join you in Clan Akhar. Hopefully I kill you tomorrow, but not today.
Yeah.
Just becoming Doobler.
As we go, they give the two of you 3 bottles of marching ale. You take 2 bottles of marching ale, and then they give one to Ugbod, who immediately drinks the whole thing.
I also drink one of mine.
You're drinking it?
I clink it.
So let me tell you what these do.
Nice.
Looks like your father didn't teach you very well,
You
eh?
can use them out.
Don't know what you're trying to make up for.
And
Keep it up.
It works sometimes.
Yeah,
I'm protagonist of an anime.
Alright, so Troll's Blood. Did anyone win Troll's Blood?
Me?
Yes.
He did.
Alright, so Troll's Blood. The brownish gray water smells faintly of rotten meat. It contains a few drops of Troll's Blood mixed with magical herbs to maintain a modicum of its regenerative properties. When you drink Troll's Blood, you can go 24 hours without food or sleep and no ill effects. However, you must succeed on a DC 15 con save when you drink it, or take 2d4 plus 2 poison damage.
Oh.
Alright. Anyone win Marching Ale?
Yes.
Yep.
So, Marching Ale, when you drink it, you roll a d6. On a 1, you remove a level of exhaustion. On a 2 to 4, you remove a level of exhaustion and regain 2d4 plus 2 hit points. And on a 5 or a 6, you remove a level of exhaustion, regain 2d4 plus 2 hit points, and for the next 24 hours, if ordered to undertake a simple task that takes less than 1 minute, doesn't contradict your moral code, and isn't obviously harmful, you must make a DC 14 Wisdom save. On a failed save, you undertake the task to the best of your ability without argument. However, orcs can choose which of the 3 effects they get.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Neat.
Did you get all that? Because I certainly did.
Yeah. Exhaustion on 1, 2 to 5. Exhaustion, healing potion.
Yeah.
Does the 6 include all that?
And yeah, 5 and 6 is both of those, and
Okay.
basically a DC 14 suggestion.
Gotcha.
Did anyone win? What else did we win?
Fine quiver.
So pretty much
The
exhaustion
quiver
and
is
4
just a
sleep.
fine quiver.
4 plus 2.
Let's see.
Basic
Anybody win
poison?
anything else? Basic poison is in the player's handbook.
Silver arrows?
Oh, and somebody won Berserker Brew. Silver arrows or just silvered arrows?
Oh.
Did anyone win Berserker Brew? No, because you killed the pig.
the pig.
That's the reason.
That's right.
That's why no one won the
Else got to
Was I the first one up?
Yes.
Yeah.
And you killed it immediately.
Oh.
Sorry. Alright.
As the night falls, the festivities draw to a close. Warriors of Akhar, both those tested in battle under Zonag and those newly christened with the blood of their former chieftain, retire to yurts to continue the celebrations around warm, glowing fires where ale and conviviality flow freely.
Conviviality.
That's nice.
Yeah. In the yurt that you guys have been assigned to, you can see a pair of orcs who are also in there with you, and they're already drinking. And one of them says,
Oi! Come, let's drink and carouse to an early night.
Don't have to persuade me.
Good lad!
and tosses you a vial of ale.
Oh,
There you go, big boy.
I'm just sharpening the sword, sir.
All right.
Already getting ready for tomorrow's war, huh? Well, you don't want to drink? Oh, you're no fun.
You gotta get loose. Come on then.
Right, here you go.
And he tosses you
And
on.
what about you, little lady?
I shake my head. And I pat my bat on the head. As if to say, I gotta watch this one.
Right. Well, a lady probably just gets sick anyway.
Hashtag C20 Theater!
Hashtag feminism.
What's she rolling for?
I'm not sure I can. Yeah, I pull out my knife.
Okay.
And I like put it to his throat like real fast.
Okay.
Got really high on that.
Apparently she's
Oh. Meant no harm. Just playful teasing, you know. Come a little bit under.
I glare at him.
A little bit over.
And I put the knife away. And I go back to doing whatever I was doing.
As she pulls it away, you can see just a trickle of red sort of running down.
Are you okay?
Yeah, well, of course I am. Yeah.
Okay.
You need a hug?
No. No, I'm fine. To victory. Victory! Aha!
Yeah!
All right. Through the night, the two drink and carouse and tell stories and laugh, eventually instigating with each other, and then joining you guys in by default, basically. A large brawl in the yurt.
Okay.
Anyone want to do anything in the night or anything?
Just initiate a brawl. It sounds like.
Alright.
Is there a reason why we're in this encampment? Or
Yes.
what battle were they talking
So,
about?
the Akhar clan yesterday won a battle against the Krothu clan. The guy that they killed at the beginning, that Zonag Akhar killed, that guy was the leader of Clan Krothu.
Mhm.
And so when he killed him, basically that means that now all of Clan Krothu's warriors
Mhm.
belong to him.
And we were a part of Krothu and now
You guys were a part of Akhar already.
Oh, we're
Most
all
of you
right.
were. I think
I
there were a
was.
couple of you that might not have been.
Question. Are
I was not.
they have animals, right?
Oh, really?
They do.
Can I
I've been with the
go-
car for a very long time.
I think you have been with Akhar for a little bit.
I have been with a car.
Can I go make sure the animals are having a good time?
Yeah, you can. You can, and as you head
Actually,
towards
doesn't say.
towards the animal pins,
I haven't either.
you can see that one of the guys who was drinking in the hut, and two other guys sort of approach, and one of them goes,
Hey. You were in the contest yesterday. I saw you shoot. You're a piss poor shot.
I spit on the ground in front of him and I just keep walking.
he walks up and he says,
You're walking away from me?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah?
No, I just keep walking.
he grabs you by the shoulder.
Wait, what are we doing?
Right. Then
You guys are still in the.
We're-
or
we're not
she
there.
specified she was.
Then I
We're not.
pull out my knife and get ready to slash him.
All right, roll for an attack.
Well, I'm not really gonna hit
Oh,
him.
okay.
It's
Roll an
just one of
intimidation
those,
check.
like, I want to scare him.
They're going to scare him.
Just give him a little spook.
Yes, spoop. It's a little spoop, spoop. 13.
He steps into it as the blade presses right up against his throat, like pushing himself forward,
Right.
and he says,
Well, guys.
I knew you wouldn't do it for real.
Well, looks like I'm getting in a fight. Well, I'm gonna, attack him then.
"All right,
I mean, he is threatening me. It seems like a really bad idea.
it's whatever."
Do you want to interrupt?
I mean, I would
We're
like
not
to. I would like to sneak behind him.
Are we here?
We're not.
You're not there.
Yeah.
She
We're not
specified
here.
she was going outside. Yeah.
Roll.
Can't do
Go
that.
ahead.
Sorry.
We're waiting on you.
Ooh, 13.
13. All right. Roll for damage.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No way. Okay, hold on.
I mean, nobody's like wearing armor. They're just partying.
Ooh, yeah. 7 slashing.
All right, aiming to kill or knock out.
Knock out, but also give him a 6 scar, like the one I have on
Okay.
my neck.
Yeah. All right. So
My
slicing across the side of his neck, he starts to bleed, and he says, "You little!" And you punch him in the face, and he sort of staggers and then drops to the ground. The other two guys look to one another, and one of them swings up a fist towards you, and that's going to be a 15 to hit.
No.
All right. So
You're wearing armor.
as he swings up that fist,
I'm wearing armor.
he brings it straight towards you, and you catch it in your hand. The other guy comes up with his fists ready and swings in an elbow, but with your knife, you just like hook it under his arm and slash his wrist. Your turn.
Can I roll a perception to hear this?
It's probably pretty far away. She went to go see check on the animals.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm way away. Can I do another intimidation and just say, blood isn't worth my sword, and spit on the floor and walk away.
All right, roll me the intimidation.
A lot of spitting. A lot of spitting.
I'm spitting.
A lot of spitting.
Well, because it's gross.
Orc thing.
Oh!
Was it a crit?
It's a crit!
I was hoping it would be like a.
All right,
19.
both of them sort of look to one another and start to back up and then run away.
That's right!
Roll me an insight check.
I'm scary. I'm gonna use this
And
one.
then you look behind you and you see, and it's over.
An army of them running. You're like,
13.
13. So
you think you're pretty cool.
these guys definitely seemed drunk when they approached you, insulting you,
Yeah.
but they weren't fighting as though they were drunk. And when they're running away, they're not. They seem far too coordinated
He's pretty
to be drunk. It seems as though for some reason they were feigning drunkenness.
Ah. Well, with that in mind, I'm gonna go to the knocked out one and look for clues.
All right. You sort of flip him over, and he's just wearing a basic leather tunic. He doesn't seem to have anything on him. He's just got a rope belt.
Does he have a? I mean, you said no, but I don't know. But like a coin purse?
He's got a little purse of some kind.
Does it
Yeah.
seem like it is unusually filled?
No.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Then I'm just gonna watch those guys and sort of get a vague idea of where they go, where they run off to.
All right. Cool. It just looks like they're heading towards another yurt in the camp. Cool.
Go help the animals now.
All right. Yeah, the animals are all good. Several of them seem to be pleased to see you. They know you often bring them snacks and treats.
And I give them all of the snacks
All right.
and all of the treats.
All right. Well,
No restraint.
Just
Just
a-
like,
just-
here you go,
Like
here you
an
go.
orc Disney princess.
Yeah.
I want adventure in the great wide somewhere.
And then just like deck a guy. Lots of punches.
No one fights.
if Gaston was a Disney princess.
Yeah, Gaston was a Disney
All right.
princess.
As you wake, a crowd once more gathers beneath the hill upon which Zonag Akhar's yurt rests. Zonag, now of much colder demeanor, emerges from the tent, clutching his spear tightly.
We are betrayed, my sons.
The early morning sun bleeds light across the field.
Oh, the red sun.
By one of our own or by some wicked spy, I do not yet know. My mind's powers are set to hate, and whichever foul creature might steal our victory from our grasp. I tell it true, sons of Akhar, both new and old. The cartouche of Mort Shamang, key to unlocking the treasures of the old city, most sacred heirloom of Clan Korthu, the reason we fight, now passed to Akhar, was stolen from our grasp in our revelry. Its keeper,
The two orcs from the day before drag out another body, this one lifeless, and hurl it onto the ground.
Does he have a scar on his neck?
It is not. The face is that of the shaman Burgug,
dead. Burgurg was a friend to my father, and my brother also. Honored warriors, we shall form a hunting party the likes of which was never seen in this world. They shall track this evil traitor to whatever hole he has crawled into, and beat him to the edge of death until he pleads for them to push him over. And when they are done, they will bring the traitor whimpering and alive here to me, where we shall deny him a fair and honorable death, burning him for all to see in a blazing inferno, stealing his life from him as he tried to steal the life from our people.
A roar goes up amongst
I
the crowd.
literally like pull my sword up.
Yeah, you can see others around you all doing the same.
So he thinks it's...
As orcs all around clamor for the honor of being a part of the hunt.
Oh,
Once
I'm
more,
so-
the butt of Zonag's spear meets the ground. As an old witch slowly walks from his yurt, a bag of bones dragging behind her.
The witch, Torin, will cast lots for the honor.
He nods to the witch as a hush draws over the crowd. Torin casts the first lots, and you can see her nod to Zonag to make the announcement.
Kuga, the Beastmaster.
The bones rattle again.
Tugog Manbreaker.
Can I just offer myself?
I
One
step
after the other,
forward
the bones
proud.
are cast, and Zonag announces the result.
Latbag Red Eyes. Thakrak,
The Hellhawk. As the last bones clatter to the ground,
Go down.
you can
one
see
knee.
everyone all around leaning in, hoping and praying that it will be them. Zonag hefts his spear to point out over the crowd.
And last, Tumhorn Grogburner.
No! Inspiration.
You are our champions in this fight, honored warrior. Gather your arms, and may the hunt begin.
A bloodthirsty roar erupts across the crowd. The scent
Ah!
The tracks are found. The sneak thief who dared to steal from Zonag Akhar will not be long now for this world.
I go like full on sprint wherever they tell me. Like they point and I go.
You can see that there's a couple guys with hunting
You'll need
lizards.
those.
Do they think that it was an orc in the camp?
Well, there's a couple of guys with hunting lizards that are sort of gesturing for you to head their way.
Because if so,
Okay.
I left a gnarly scar on that guy's neck.
That's true.
So
What's with the scars on the neck?
Yeah, I know. What's
It's a thing.
It's a thing. It's my thing.
She's got one.
It's my calling card.
I start yelling.
Kill the crow too! It's the crow whose fault for this mess.
You can see several people sort of grabbing their weapons.
I tell you.
And Zonag hops down off of the crag, and he starts walking towards you, and he says,
There is no Krothu anymore. Only a car.
Whoa.
You tell them to remember. Excuse me.
Oh,
You
that's-
tell them.
He's gonna kill you.
He's gonna kill you.
he stands high
He's gonna
and
kill
proud
you.
right in front of you, his muscles rippling.
If he doesn't,
He
I will.
tosses you the spear.
Oh.
Oh!
Oh, yeah, okay.
Titties.
Challenge me. I thought I was hunting the traitor. Then stick to hunting traitors, and not your brothers. I'll take this.
And he grabs back onto it and rips it from your grasp. And he says,
Next time I hear that lip, you'll be in the ground. You understand me? Very well. Not you this day.
and he walks away.
Like father, like son, huh?
Ooh.
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 That's real.
I don't need any lip from you, traitor.
What do they know that I don't know?
Traitor. You just disrespected
You shouldn't
our
fight
chief.
with the chief. He's the got the spear.
He
How
has
do I
spear.
know where I'm from? Because it doesn't tell me.
You have whatever you have.
You know what you know.
I know
So-
basic. I don't even
so
know
what
if I'm
planet
from
I'm
a
from?
car.
That's
got
what I
one.
want to know.
You can decide then if it doesn't say if you were new to a car and you fought with Krogu the day before, or if you've always been.
Legitimately, Tugug doesn't remember.
You were raised by bats.
I mean,
Raised by pets.
Sides. What are sides?
I was
This
raised
is-
by a single
This
mother.
is like the first time you've seen a smile on Dakrek's name whenever they said let's hunt these guys.
All right.
He
Let's
he
hunt
is
some
in
orc.
like could honestly care less about you. Anyone at this table. He's going at a dead sprint wherever he can find.
All right.
Okay.
Well, the party arrives over where there's some trackers with hunting lizards, and one of them is already resting on a sort of petrified stump. And as he's sitting there, he looks up and he says,
We think we know which way they went.
You think?
Yeah, we think. We didn't see it. There's lots of tracks.
Which way do you want me to go?
Okay.
he says,
The ground's hard, so it's a little harder to track. I hope one of you has
Can
the
I track?
skill.
Where are we?
he says,
But we did see one thing. Apparently, one of the guards who was supposed to be protecting Burgug, he'd gotten drunk last night. He was returning to his post when he found Burgug dead, and he saw someone fleeing the tent. They're headed southwest. He said you'd know the orc by a huge boar's fur cloak.
he says,
He was waiting for
Huge cut on his neck. He says he was also wearing some kind of heavy gauntlets. And he had a warhammer. That's what caved in Burgug's skull.
Tugug like puts his warhammer not inconspicuously at all behind his back. It's coming up over the top of his head.
I'm gonna immediately start looking for tracks as he's
Where
talking.
are we?
where are you?
Yeah.
You are in Karach
You know, but is it forest or grassland?
It is not.
See one.
This is Badlands.
Well,
Okay,
I'll
okay.
track.
22.
To track?
Yeah.
Alright,
knife to the ground listening.
It'll be dark soon. You start tracking and you do manage to find some tracks that lead onward.
Hey, you scoundrels, follow me.
So, you're pretty sure you
Okay.
know the general way to go. It looks like it'll pass by the old stone quarry that Crothu used to build some of their
I am
fortifications.
legitimately doing like what Aragorn did, where he's like, we're bound here. And then he was here, even though you can't honestly tell.
No.
We're gonna go here.
Wait. What do you know? Big one.
Come on.
You put your warhammer behind your back.
They said the hammer. I didn't want them to take it. It's mine.
Very fishy what you did.
It's not a fish. It's a hammer.
It's great.
I'm done.
It's Emma.
Alright.
Either way, this is.
By this, I'm impressed.
I don't care.
That's good. It's like worse than Han Solo.
I love you.
Whatever.
Go screw yourself.
Alright. For 8 hours, you march hard.
Holy crap.
Heading onward. It seems like he has several hours head start on you. It seemed that he left. They think he left roughly about midnight. Which, by the way, about midnight was when those 3 orcs accosted you in the street.
Rude.
Um,
So either it was them or they were on guard and I messed everything up.
alright. So, they were being fake drunk, so you didn't miss it.
I mean, who knows?
West of the war camp, an ancient road winds through low hills, now scarred and pitted by the wounds of centuries of war. The packed dirt path, marked here and there with old cobblestone, picks its way through rocky hills between 2 quarries. As you travel down the path, we'll place you guys right here, we'll say, on this.
I'd like to be first.
Alright, well, but which ones are you?
Can I be?
I'll just stand wherever. So wherever somebody does want to be, I'm cool with that.
Is there a way to be tracking while stealthing at the same time? Not like stealthy, but like, you know, crouching down and but still like paying attention to the noises around
Are we
us.
sneaking?
You can, it gives you disadvantage on one of the checks.
And it make us slower.
It would make you slower.
Okay, well then I just want to keep going.
Alright, cool.
10 feet.
Like 60 feet.
So
So as you head this way, you pass by the sort of lip of the stone quarry.
Mm-hmm.
It raises up and then it dips down into the basin where they bring out the rock.
Cool.
And suddenly you hear a rumbling.
Ooh. What kind?
Well,
rumbling in
it's
your
a
tummy.
rumbling of rock.
You eat some bad.
It's a rumbling in your tongue.
No,
So-
it's all really good.
I'm sure everything tastes good.
Did I say-
Love it.
Not yet. In
Not
fact,
everything. That wouldn't.
I gesture at the rock.
whose past perception is higher, or is 13 or higher?
Nope.
Alright, so the 2 of you, as you turn towards the rumbling, you can see an avalanche of rocks rolling down from the hill here, coming down like it's going to bury you. You have time to either move or take an action before it hits. The 2 of you do. Everyone else roll for initiative.
Where's Big Man?
Big Man? He's right where he is.
My baby also got
That's you. I feel like you would be him.
Do we want
If
to
you want to switch, that's fine.
Nick, is this one you?
That.
Be careful to switch, just because this is the biggest mini.
Sure. Yeah, which one are you?
I'm currently this one with the.
Oh, with the 2. That's way better for me.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'll be big Rodney Redcap over here.
Then I would like to get, as I guess as my action, I would like to get out of the way
Yeah, you can just move if you'd like.
and hold. I would like to hold an action. As I like front tuck roll out of the way, I'd pull an arrow out and aim it at the top of the mountain.
Alright, cool. Cool, and show me where you want to move.
I'm probably gonna hit up right around
Because the rocks are coming down.
Right, they're
Yeah.
coming right down from there.
I will do the same.
Everybody else,
Just
roll for initiative. Kuga, what's your initiative?
Oh, I was dodging. Oh, wow. I am ready. 23.
Alright, Tugug. 22.
I also crit, but she's
That
more
rocks.
extras.
12.
down the avalanche, and you see them running, but before you have time to react, rocks and stone and gravel slam into you, burying you.
Oh no.
I need you all to make a dex save.
Yay. My
That's
fave.
fine.
Is there level when I can
Nice.
collect a missile?
All right.
Third level of. No, I think it's higher than that.
Oh, is
I didn't see it in the thing, but I may be wrong.
I thought it was, so then we can come up.
Oh, you know what? This is the thing that I can see, huh?
The dex save is DC 15.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
This is the thing that you can see.
That's much better than me. I got
You said
22.
15?
15.
I got right at 15.
Nice, good.
So it's a.
And this isn't a missile, by the way.
Oh, well, I figured one of them. Just for fun, I'd like to catch one as I run.
Alright,
Sorry.
sure.
So. Oh, okay, cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
So everyone
18.
passed?
Yes.
I think.
Alright, so you'll all take half of the damage, which was going to be 15. So you'll all take 7 bludgeoning damage, but
Whoa.
no one is buried.
Oh, sweet.
You can
Yay.
see
Yeah, it's
now.
totally third level.
Oh, nice. You can see atop the cliff over here. So this is like 15 feet up. That's like 25.
Okay.
You can see atop the cliff, and let's put them there. 2 orcs with short bows, and they're now harrying you from a distance. Kuga, you're up first.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna do that first. I
Can
am
I
going to shoot.
Release
at
my
them.
hold action?
When it's your turn, you could only either move or take an action on that last thing. So
21 to hit.
that'll hit.
D8. Oh man, max damage
Nice.
11, piercing,
All right, nice. And this with a short bow.
longbow.
A longbow? Alright. Taking your longbow, you pull it back, launching an arrow straight up towards one of them. He sees it coming and he sort of dives down behind a rock, but the arrow comes just over, clipping him in the back, right above
Ouch.
the shoulders. You can hear him bellow as he tumbles forward, but he looks like he's still up. Yes.
Does my back go as my action, or does it have its own action?
It goes, it's just like the Beastmaster Ranger. It's right there on the thing. See?
So you
You
can
can
give
give
up
up
an
one
attack.
of your things to do it.
Okay, that was
Yeah.
that was the question.
Tuguk.
Well, I just saw someone take a shot at one of the archers. I'm rolling an intelligence check right now, real quick. I have no idea what they've done, but I should probably go make sure that guy's okay. So I'm gonna run up towards that way. So do it there, and I guess I'll dash.
Alright.
So I'm gonna run all the way up that way. Toward which of the two was shot? Because that'd be the one I would
It's
go
that
to.
one there.
That one. And so as I reach him, I just come around the side and go, "Are you all right?" And just pick him up by the shoulders as he was ducking underneath the
What is he?
the arrow.
He's an orc.
That's my turn.
Okay.
That's what I've got.
Alright. You want to roll an athletics check? We'll call that a grapple.
Sure. 21.
Yeah, you got him. So you pick him up and he goes,
Ah, get off me!
But is she shocked? Are you okay?
alright, lie back.
I see the orcs up there and kind of rolling away from the rocks. I just look at them and I point and say, "Treachery!" And I would like to rage, please.
Alright.
And then I'm just gonna move 40 there.
Oh, tip for with these. So whenever you're moving with a movement template like this, or a ruler, you go from front of the base and you put the front of your base right behind the end.
Okay.
You would know that if you played Warhammer.
Warhammer, which I don't. Sorry, I don't feel like paying $1 million.
That's fair.
Fair.
I'll
give you that.
And rage has nothing to do with ranged weapons, do they?
No.
No. I don't think
Okay.
there's any effect
Strength
on
based
it. Yeah.
attacks on that.
Well, I guess, can I hold my action if one of them comes toward me?
Yeah, you can ready an action to if one of them
That's
comes
it.
up to you.
Gets within
Yeah.
melee, I want to do something.
Alright. Take rack, Hellhawk.
Launching an arrow at the
Yeah, your
one on
arrow's
the right.
loose.
Ooh, that was real good. 24.
24 will hit. And this is the same one?
Oh, other one.
Oh, the other one? Okay.
Yeah.
5 damage?
Yes.
Alright, your arrow clips him, just barely. But you can see that you've torn part of his the cloth on his sleeve.
Alright,
I'm
I'm wearing big boar hide.
Neither of them are.
I'm angered at the fact that they stole from the Akhar clan. So I immediately put my bow up as an object interaction, and as my bonus action, I'm going to take the dash action.
Okay.
Cunning action
Nice.
to dash. These are going to die.
Nice. Nice.
Die.
Yeah, and you probably would be upset because didn't you fight
Oh, yeah.
alongside
That's
Calder
right.
Akhar in the
I
the
did.
Red Rise?
I have known the Akhars my whole life.
All right.
So that's why I'm really don't like him.
Yeah. So you go sprinting forward. You can see now the
I literally put up my bow and come running at him. Not you. The enemy.
one that is on you that you're sort of lifting. He's just as you're holding him, he's just gonna drop his bow on the ground and draw a short sword and plunge it backwards into your gut. And he's got a 17 to hit for
Aw.
5 piercing damage.
Is your friend being mean to you?
Evidently.
And he makes 2. And as he does this, he then rips it out, and that's a 16 to hit for 4 piercing damage.
Right.
The other one draws back his bow, and seeing the Hellhawk bearing down on him very quickly, he's gonna loose 2 arrows towards the Hellhawk here.
Oh no.
Ooh, and that's the first one's gonna hit pretty hard, and it's going to deal 8 piercing damage with that arrow, and the second I think is gonna miss a 14 to hit.
Miss.
It would have been max
So
damage
one-
again, so that
One
would
just
have been
went, and I dodged the other one as I'm still just trekking
Yeah,
right
you
at
take
him.
the one hit, and it looks for a moment to him as though you're falling, as you tumble into a roll and come up and keep going. Tumhorn.
Well, I am also going to move. But I think for now, that's really all I'm going to do.
Okay.
Is just move and get running.
Alright.
Yep.
Alright, Kuga.
I'll
gonna
dodge.
shoot
I'll
him.
dodge. I will do that.
There you go.
I'm gonna shoot him. Shoot the guy that I shot previously.
Oh, the one that I have.
Yeah. Ooh, 15?
15 will hit.
Oh, look at that. Almost max damage. For 12?
12 damage. Alright. Your arrow goes flying upwards as Tugog goes, just sort of like leans
Wait,
over.
what? It's 10. It's 10.
10 damage? Oh, okay. I'm still going to count it. He
Okay.
was 1 away from death. So, Tugog sort of tumbles back as he's hit by the short sword in the gut. And he loosens his grip on the guy, and as the guy drops to the ground, an arrow pierces through one ear and out the other.
Whoa.
He's killed. Alright.
Awesome.
Tugog.
I was busy rolling an intelligence check to see what I thought about the situation. So Tugog just very slowly turns toward the other orc, holding the bow, and says, "You killed him." And goes charging towards him. I'm going into a rage and swinging my warhammer at him.
I am taking note of that.
And I actually, yeah, I'm using the warhammer. Oh, with the reckless like. Okay, there we go. So a good old 23 to hit.
That'll hit.
For where's my D10 go? There it is. For 12 damage.
Alright. Nice. Your warhammer crashes into him. You can hear his shoulder crack as it's dislocated. He roars in pain. And he drops his bow on the ground and draws a short sword, now staggering back to slash at you. Lapbag.
They have no honor like the crow through. And I run toward them.
Alright. I think you can easily make that. I don't think you even need the move.
Yeah,
But
you
yeah.
can make
Okay,
it.
great. Let's go around here to the side. And I kind of take my longsword in one sweeping motion, and it's one attack. What I'm doing is I'm underhanding it, like first going a diagonal cut across the shin, and then finishing it off like right across the shoulder
Alright, nice.
area. And rage.
Just rage is going off all over the place here.
21 to hit.
So then we'll hit.
Not that great damage though. 6 plus 2, so 8 damage.
8 damage? Nice.
Yeah.
And as you do so, you finish off with that last slash, and you slice him, and he drops to the ground dead. He stops moving.
I literally stop in my midst as I watch him die and go, I'm little pissed at
Why,
you.
why were they fighting us?
I don't know, but they threw the rocks down at us.
Doesn't matter. Let's go.
Well, wait, we need to see what they have.
I shout up to my very confused friend and I say, they were very bad men.
They did throw rocks at us. That's not good.
Hello, Lydia.
That is the impression.
They each of them are carrying a short sword and a short bow. Each of them has a quiver, now with roughly about 16 arrows each. They
take
have
some.
some survival gear like a bedroll and some food and things like that, but
I'm gonna
other
take
than
that.
that, nothing. They do bear a strange, each of them a brand on their arm.
Can I carve that off?
Carve the
Whoa.
brand off?
Yeah.
Yeah, like so that you can keep it as a flap of skin that's intact.
Mhm.
Yeah, you can.
Gross.
So they bear this brand, and the brand is basically it's sort of like a squiggly line within a hexagon.
So like a fissure or something?
Does not mean rainbow.
I guess kind of.
So I pull out my hunting knife and go,
Stupid joke, but it was funny to me.
put it in my pouch and then get ready to move.
All right.
Good idea.
I don't need your ideas.
It was yours.
Ooh.
I don't need your praise.
Are we fighting now?
I continue.
All right.
We're on the same side.
Okay, good.
The trail is still
Yeah,
very busy.
on my
You've now
side.
been traveling for this point at roughly about 8 hours.
Catch up to you.
Any further at this point, it would require Constitution saves.
All right,
No, let's
I'm
take,
taking them.
let's take naps.
You have traveled about you'd estimate maybe 10 miles or so.
Jeez. I might. Yeah, I'd probably take a rest. I don't want to be tired if I fight again.
Okay.
'Cause 10 hours. My God.
No,
The-
8 hours, 10 miles.
The
Oh,
troll's,
okay.
The troll's blood would help me out.
I mean, that's still a lot.
We haven't gone very far.
Well, it's Karasharuk.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
rocky, terrible
It
terrain.
sucks.
Yeah.
My bat is kind of tired, so I'm of the mindset that we should rest.
Literally, like, if you just see me as I trek through this stuff, like jumping off rocks and stuff like that, just going.
All
but
right.
then I hold up my hand for everyone to stop. Make camp.
What, are you too tired?
I start making camp.
Rooming
All
camp.
right.
Well, would the troll's blood help with exhaustion? Doing that? Because I know it says. With
Well, it would
with-
basically mean that you could keep going. Yeah, you wouldn't have to make the con save. No, the marching ale's the one that would help there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Could we
Well,
have bought
The troll's blood would mean you
Bot-
go.
no.
The troll's blood would have you go 24 hours without needing to rest
Food
or
and
anything.
rest. Yeah.
So yeah, so the troll's blood could help you with that. Yeah.
I mean, you
Okay.
can just keep going.
And then the marching ale would.
I don't.
The marching ale would cure the effects.
I don't have any
Right.
money.
Okay.
What?
So yeah,
I
the
don't
troll's
need it, I
blood
just
will
have
fit.
it. They gave it to me because that's when I got my meat.
You. Me what?
Mm-hmm.
You want to come with me?
What were we doing?
I got some blood for you. It'll help you stay strong into the night. We can keep looking.
Okay.
Let's go.
Okay.
I'm gonna walk over to what's your name?
Tom Horn.
See, does
Tom
anything
Horn?
seem odd about? Nope. Okay, good.
I'm gonna pull Tom Horn aside and go. If what's your character?
The red eyes.
Labag.
Red eyes, yeah. That'll probably be better.
If Red Eyes makes any move towards any of our companions, don't even hesitate to kill him.
Wouldn't think of it.
Yeah, and I go over and I say,
He's like, no.
I was just walking behind you. I don't know any first names besides mine. I just have the descriptive last names because I
Greg
imagine
is
it's like
easier.
it is.
Yeah.
so I ask you, what's the deal with you and Red Eyes?
Funny you should ask.
Well then, let me reveal my backstory.
As it turns out,
Apparently.
you thought it'd be a good idea to pull the same stunt you tried in the room before we left, back in our old camp. Went nuts on a bunch of kids. He's a monster. I don't know why they let him in here.
I agree. I'm on your side now.
Oh, I've been on your side from the very beginning. You don't disrespect a chief in front of me, especially an Akhar chief.
The
Big deal.
chief.
Yeah.
And to the big one,
I got one more. Who should we invite? It's not gonna be the Crowthu.
I like.
I think
the
she's the
radio.
only Grothu, right?
he's Crowthu.
I'm not.
No, he's not Grothu.
I've been a car for longer than you have.
Yeah, he
Very
has.
much.
He was
Well,
a car.
he said that he had switch.
Yeah, I was wrong.
Yeah, he was
Whoa,
wrong. Yeah.
crap.
Excuse me, but
I
I've
like
been in
the
a car
back
longer
lady.
than all of you.
Yeah, he's been the longest in the
yeah.
car, and I think he's been the second longest.
Okay.
So.
I have
So
no
to me,
idea.
you're
Switch
mudblood.
backstories.
You're a
All
mudblood.
my
You're a
characters
mudblood.
screwed.
You're a mudblood.
What?
Is that the guys that were forced to be?
The
a
crow
part?
through. Yeah, I mean they're not
Okay.
forced. It's just how things work.
Well,
in
yeah,
Crash Road.
but like you didn't write it down, so I didn't know.
That's because it's up to you.
All of you guys are mudbloods in my eyes.
I say, I like the bad lady. She's nice.
I'll go talk to her, see what she says.
Okay.
And Tugog just plops down exactly where he had been
Get
standing.
up, come
and
with
just-
me.
Okay.
Come on.
I get up. I'm just gonna walk after you.
And I go to you, wherever you are,
Okay.
unless you're hiding.
No, I'm.
Red Eyes,
Tom Horn. Grog Burner.
Tom Horn.
Tom, yeah.
My last name is Beastmaster. I'm okay with that.
Manbreaker.
Manbreaker. Hellhawk.
Hey, you,
I like
Beastmaster.
Hellhawk's pretty cool.
Yeah, talking to you. If you want to keep going and not sleep and find the traitor, I got something for you that will help you in the night to keep alive, steady, and strong.
And yeah, you'd all know what Troll's blood did. So I mean, if
We
he
know
said,
what it is,
if he
yeah.
described it, you'd know what he was talking about.
Yeah, I know.
Of course, it's up to you. I'm
He
not
said it
making
was
you.
blood.
Yeah,
I don't
the
think
reason
it
I
was
wanted to
tasty.
camp was because my bat was tired. So like I could go and leave my bat here, but I don't know if I trust them.
The bat can ride on my back.
Okay.
So I'll wait for the hugs and stuff.
Okay.
I can't hug it if it's on my back.
Sure, sure. You'll find a way, though, I bet.
I sort of put my hand on your back and I say,
As he
he
starts
he
the
means
game.
because you are so smart. Smart.
Yeah,
If anyone could find a way, you would.
I'm trying.
really. What do you think about that?
It's right.
What's your
It's
decision?
that one. That was good.
I'll go. If you want, I'll go.
All right, so the two of you are making camp, and you can see the three of them as you finish. Like, in fact,
I
let's
don't
say
want to go
that
too far.
Tom Horn, as you finish sort of putting the last stake in, you see the three of them walking off with all their gear, and you can just see them continuing on.
I look at him and
I
say,
turn back and wave cheerfully.
and I say, it's gonna be hard for them to track them without me.
I'm pretty good.
In the
Tracking.
dark.
I'm pretty good tracking.
So I literally just lay down camp and we're like, got it?
Yep.
I'm
We'll play
gonna during camp time, I'm probably just gonna talk to him
Okay.
about my
Shit,
life.
yeah.
Probably.
All right, cool. Yeah, because you may not know each other.
Yeah, I don't think we
I'll
know
take
each
the
other.
opportunity to learn from an older.
Right.
It's good.
All
What old is your
right, cool. So,
Then
guy?
am I older than everyone?
I'm
I think you're
actually.
the oldest
I'm
one.
26.
I'm actually 39.
Oh, so
It just doesn't
Oh.
matter because
That's
you
right.
have the intelligence of an 8-year-old.
I got a survival 15 if we're tracking.
Oh,
All right,
are we
cool.
doing that
Well,
That's
you do manage to pick up the trail, and you're
Did you
able.
want a con save on that? Were we supposed to be drinking the blood now?
Oh
or
yeah,
making
because it
con
goes
saves or
into
something?
poison.
Or you may, yeah, you would want to drink it right
Okay,
now.
because I got a 18.
18. All right, you
Go
don't take
down
damage.
that. Oh, sweet. Straight 15, and that's
You
the
get
Doesn't
a
that
little
camp look
advantage.
fun
I
now?
got a 10.
All right, so you're gonna take 2d4 plus 2
Ooh.
damage, which is
Oh, it's
Don't you have
negative
negative to
healing
that saving
potion.
throw?
Oh, I do. I got a 12 then. But
Oh,
it's
yeah,
probably the
that's
same.
not enough.
you're gonna take 8
That's right.
poison damage.
That's rough.
She still gets the effect, though, right?
Right, she still gets the effect. She
Yeah,
just
just-
also
Just was
it
nasty.
burns going down.
Cool.
All right.
Because
So
what's
the
bad?
three of you travel for about
A
2
while.
hours before roll a d6.
Right? Or
I'm just sharpening my arrows, making
5.
sure they fly and hit
Oh
properly.
boy.
You see a vulture circling overhead.
Hmm.
Roll for initiative as it comes swooping down.
okay.
Oh, man.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh, poop.
Oh man.
Yep, that's what I'm doing apparently.
That's not good.
Hello.
All right, Kuga.
19.
Look at that.
19. Tugag
6.
and Lebek.
Hey,
You're like, why are you?
No, I shoot it and you both go, oh. Oh.
You lost your sunglasses.
I did.
And then
She wears them in the hunt so she can't.
see. Super cool though.
I wear sunglasses inside.
Alright, so as it comes swooping down, you can see that mounted atop the vulture
Oh no. Whoa.
is an orc.
Whoa.
And
I shoot
as he
for him.
rides down, he's coming down and he's swinging a huge great axe and he's holding the reins in his teeth. And as he swoops down, let's see who he's gonna attack.
You're on
Can
2,
I
3, 4, 5, 6.
Did he get a higher thing
Wow.
Yes,
What's it?
clearly.
Oh no, you actually had the highest,
Oh.
but you can see him headed down.
than me? Can I go prone and still shoot an arrow at him?
Yes, you. Yeah.
Will it help
Advantage?
me?
You
if I
would
go
have
prone?
disadvantage on the attack. But you could
like,
fire and then go.
This is,
prone.
this is as far back as you
Alright,
can.
cool.
Nobody doesn't
Yeah, keep going.
Yeah.
Oof, that's bad.
Are you hitting the
No.
dude or the bird?
No. Oh well, I guess if I hit the bird, maybe. 7.
7. All right. Your arrow whistles upwards. It passes straight under the vulture's wing as it flaps and sort of turns to the side, and then you hit the deck.
As I hit the deck, I sort of not loud, but like loud enough for them to hear, but like not yelling. I say, "Heads up!"
All right. The vulture swoops down, and as you take your head up, a great axe comes swinging in towards you.
Oh boy.
And this guy, like, this is incredibly reckless to be swinging.
I actually realized I
two-handed
can't do
weapon.
that because I'm not a high enough level
Oh,
barbarian.
yeah, there you go.
So I won't be doing that anymore.
So he's got a 20 to hit.
Yep.
Ooh, for 14 slashing
wow.
damage. These dice, guys, are the metal dice that are
That you can order
that
now.
you can order now.
That
from
he
our
keeps
partner or,
critting with
right
us.
on the stream here.
Kill your players.
Kill your players.
The vulture also he whips it, and it as it swoops down, its talons
It's
sort
not
of
fair.
He whipped the vulture.
right with the
Okay.
with the reins. He grabs the reins now, holding the great axe in one hand, whips the
Do you not
vulture,
like that?
and the vulture
I mean, neither.
strikes at you as well. Oh God!
Should have a loving relationship with your companions, and they should just know.
A 20 and a 23. Wow.
Dear
I mean, it's an advantage. It's not 2 attacks.
Yeah,
but-
yeah.
And he got 12 slashing damage as it rakes its talons across your chest, lifting you up for a moment before dropping you back down. It then, however, flies out of your reach, heading 30 feet up.
Opportunity.
Can I
You
hit
can.
it? I'm gonna.
Punch
Alright.
it.
Yeah, I guess I'm probably not holding a weapon, so currently. So as it just swings away, I just try to grab the guy and just
All right.
smack him as he goes away.
All right.
Which is a 21.
You got him.
For a. Oh, that's cocked. Somehow a D4 was cocked. 6 damage.
6 damage. All right. So you just sort of grab him and yank, and you can see him pulled back, and it sounds like something in his ankle cracked as the
Ooh.
stirrup pulled against him. But he's still hanging on, and he's flying with it. That puts us at Lapback. It's not 30 feet above you.
Face us like a proper orc, you traitor!
And I guess I take the new. Did you take both short bows? 'Cause
The
I
short
wanted-
bow.
I wanted to.
No,
take
I have a
one.
longbow.
Okay, great. I'm gonna take the short bow that I have, and I'll try the new silver arrows that I have.
All right.
Why not?
Why not?
And I'm going to aim it. I don't know if we're still doing this or not, but I want to hit the vulture's wing.
Okay.
Specifically, I don't know if that's a thing that we
Oh,
do.
I know what you're talking about. How
Oh,
sometimes we have the
Right,
the
the-
separate HP pools.
Mhm.
This particular monster doesn't, but it might happen. Who knows? Depends on what you roll.
Correct.
Just one. Titties.
Wow.
Okay. Well, no. 8.
8. Ooh. I mean, almost, but no.
Wow.
The arrow does pierce the wing, but it doesn't seem to have really caused the vulture much pain.
Close to the
Okay.
feathers.
Yep. Just a little too fast for me. I guess that's it for now.
All right. Two go.
I'm gonna. He said it's 30 feet up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I can't
get there.
Jump!
Yeah. So I'm gonna jump as high as I can and then throw a hammer at it.
All right.
And so I'm just gonna like back up a little bit. You shouldn't hit the bird, and then jump and fling one of my hammers up at it.
At the guy?
At the guy.
All right, yeah.
So I'm gonna jump to as high as I can, which I guess is pretty good. I can't remember what high jump is.
It's
Half your
3
It's
plus your
yours
strength
somewhere.
mod. Is it? Oh, you're right. It is
Strength
on here. It's on the new one. Let's see. Trail-based cover, obscured areas, services, setting DC,
I thought it was on that side.
jumping.
There it is.
Jumping, high jump. 10, move 10 feet and jump a number of feet equal to 3 plus your strength mod. I got it right.
Right,
That's
so-
if you run though.
If
So-
you
so
make a
I'm
standing
gonna-
high jump,
No, I'm
you can
gonna
jump half
run.
that distance.
And so I'm just gonna back up and then run it and jump
Oh.
7 feet up,
All right.
which is pretty impressive.
Yeah, we're Spartans now.
And so I'm trying to see if I can get within range to not be at disadvantage with my. If I make an athletics check, can I just see?
Maybe.
All right, let's see. Oh, 23.
I
That's
was
pretty
gonna
good.
say you can get 1 extra foot for every roll over 20.
Oh, okay, so,
And so you
wow.
got 10 feet up.
So yeah, so I'm up there and I'm flinging a light hammer and it's a crit.
Nice. Roll that damage.
So that's fun.
Are you straight berserker or?
No, I'm not. I'm not even mostly barbarian.
He's mostly monk.
He's mostly monk.
Interesting.
So that's 9 damage as the hammer goes just winging towards the side of his head.
All right, it slams into his cheek, knocking him aside, and you can see the hammer sort of tumbling back down to the earth. You can see when it hits the ground nearby, it's now got blood all over it, and it's got some kind of white powder.
Ooh,
Wait,
smashed
what hit
against
the
it.
floor?
my hammer,
hammer.
after it
Oh.
smacked him in the side of the face.
Okay.
I'll go over and pick up my hammer.
Yeah,
I have enough movement for that.
Yeah.
And then just pick up my hammer and just kind of get ready for when it
Alright.
comes back in again.
And as you sort of dust your hammer off, that white powder, it feels like enamel.
Oh!
Yeah.
Shattered a couple teeth there.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna bonus action step of the wind, I think, to patient defense.
Okay, nice.
I like
Kuga.
that
So is
I like that your monk throws things. That's cool.
Yeah, monks who throw things are the best kind of monks.
Okay, anyway.
Join us at D20 Theater to see our monk who throws axes. A lot of people, sometimes successfully, sometimes not.
Soft 20?
Soft 20 will hit.
I
On the
would
guy?
Yeah, on the guy, and I'm trying to hit him like in the head so that
Alright.
maybe it'll like make him put his hands up, or
Okay.
like, he's holding the brains in his mouth or whatever.
Yeah, right now. As he's getting ready for another strafing run, he's got it in his mouth. He's like shifting it so that he can hold his great axe in
For
both hands.
5 piercing.
5 piercing. Alright, you hit him once just below the collarbone, but above the heart. He sort of stumbles, dropping the reins out of his mouth, but grabs them again and puts them back in his mouth.
Alright.
And for that, he's coming down for you.
Okay, I drop
Oh,
after
boy.
that.
Oh, you drop prone again? He's not going to mess with
Yeah,
that.
I'm
'cause
gonna
you have to
stand
get
up,
too low.
shoot, get down.
So in that case, he's still coming for you.
He's at disadvantage.
Alright, so he comes swooping down and he, recklessly.
Right.
Wait. Oh, we could have had advantage, mother.
That's fine.
Alright, brings his great axe to bear as he swings it in, and that's going to be a 16 to hit
Yep.
for 4 slashing
I'm
damage.
still up.
Nice.
Alright,
Nobody
the
can kill
vulture, as it sort of pushes off the ground and flies back up.
It's also at disadvantage.
It is. So where's my other D20?
Can it reckless?
It cannot. Oh, but it
That's
does have
good.
pack tactics,
Oh.
so it's normal.
Thanks.
But it, as it sort of flies back up, it fails to get its footing exactly right, and so you manage to step back away from the claws.
Can I?
You can make an opportunity attack.
Cool. And I've got advantage on this one because the dude reckless.
Nice.
So,
That'd be flat.
hiya! Yeah, with my hammer again. It's a nat 19, so
That'll hit.
that'll do
Pig.
for another 6 damage as he flies past. Just
Alright, one slams him in the back of the skull, and he reaches up and he grabs it. He drops his great axe for just a moment, but tightens his grip before it falls too far.
If you would come down and talk, we don't have to do this.
Left bag.
Okay, so basically the guy like swooped in again and hit him, and then he's going back up.
Right.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna get next to him,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna ready my action for whenever the vulture comes by. I'm gonna try and grab hold of the reins and bring it down.
Okay, cool. So like athletics check basically. Alright, cool.
We're going
Two
down.
Oh, good.
And I'm raging. by the way.
Oh, gotcha. Oh, so you're already raging, so you don't need my help. How high up is it? Is it 30 feet?
30 feet right now.
Okay. Well. Step of the wind. So I'm going to spend a bonus action to triple my jump height.
Nice.
Nice.
And then I'll make an athletics check to see how high I can get.
All right.
Yeah,
So
you
right now
wonder
you're
how
getting
many-
21
Uh-huh.
plus whatever you roll over to
Which is tripled.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah. I wonder how many times people actually use the high jump.
Oh! It's a 24. So for triple 12, I'm on the vulture.
You go leaping up like the Hulk.
I just look up at him like,
Like rocks leave the ground.
Yeah,
every
which
jump.
I just Superman jump.
There's a hole in the ground.
Yeah, he just cratered it.
So in midair,
He's gonna do it. He's gonna do it. Superhero landing. Superhero landing.
Drop the light hammer didn't make the trip. Unfortunately, it falls down. But that's all right because in midair, I just draw the warhammer.
The bat sort of wakes up. It had been sleeping on the bottom of the warhammer. And it starts flapping as it flies backwards.
Oh yeah.
Sit down, and then I bring the hammer down onto the top of him. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, twin 17s there. For a grand old. I wish I could rage, but
I didn't
use
kill
my
him.
bonus. Oh, okay.
Oh, wow.
In that case, I was trying. You know, in Tugok's head, he's like, if I just hit him to where he goes down, he'll go down. What actually happens is that the top of his head caves entirely into his shoulders. Because I just bring the blunt into the hammer to the top of his skull, and it just goes right on through.
All right.
can,
And as you do so, you land on the vulture, which suddenly with this new weight goes, "Roar!" And it starts just like plummeting from there before it finally gets its footing and sort of scrapes across the ground, landing very unsteadily.
can I make an animal handling to calm the vulture?
You can try.
Oh, dang it. Nope.
Why? What you got?
Look at a 9.
Alright, the vulture sort of, it's shaking and it clearly wants you off of it.
Oh, shoot, oh, shoot.
Why do you keep doing that?
I'm sorry.
I haven't fallen off of it yet, though. I'm just kind of like.
Yeah, and yeah, you're on the ground now and it's trying to get you off and she's trying to pet it, and as you do so, it snaps at you with its beak.
Hey! Look at me! Hey! Stop!
Roll me an intimidation check.
Intimidate. I roll to intimidate the bird.
I waggle my finger at the bird.
17.
Alright. It beats its wings and takes off real quickly. Roll me an acrobatic.
Oh no.
Can I throw food at it?
Oh no.
No. It just picked the wrong moment. And I just.
It goes tumbling back, and as your skull cracks against the ground, you're going to take 3 bludgeoning damage from falling.
I'm still up.
Does the other guy fall off of it?
The other guy slumps
Yeah.
off. He's dead.
He's very dead.
He's very dead.
I'm
You
just
can
like,
see, in
no.
fact, what you really see is that he as he falls off, his ankle is caught in the left stirrup. He's hanging by the one leg, and then the leather starts to stretch and snaps as he goes tumbling down to the ground,
Does the
breaking
bird-
even more
Does the
than he
bird just
already
fly
has.
away?
It does.
You go,
Can we
goodbye.
Can we watch where the bird goes to maybe get an idea of where their camp is?
For a moment, it seems to circle, and then it flies off towards the south.
Which is sort of where we were going.
Yeah.
We were heading southwest,
Yeah.
but okay.
I vote we sleep.
So I look at, well, it's only been 2 hours. We can
I
go
am-
full 24.
Very tired.
Yeah, but I want my health back.
I look at the dude whose head is like inside of him. I say,
Unbelievable. You remember what he looked like? Because I don't. Great.
Did he come down?
Yeah, he's got no head.
Oh.
So,
I want to loot the
Good
body
job.
for anything important.
So this guy seems to on the back of the neck, and you know.
What neck?
Alright.
You can see it.
rumpled.
You can
We'll
see
say this.
for
We'll say
plot.
typically, orcs have in one of 3 places, either on their forehead, on their left forearm, or on the back of their neck. They have a brand that is the the clan symbol to whom they belong. Sometimes orcs will have several, and win because they've worked or fought with different clans and have been defeated. If a clan's defeated and an orc has that brand, typically what they'll do is they'll just scorch it with a flat circular brand, so it's just a circular burn where they used to show fealty. And this guy, we'll say it's on his forearm. He has one. The other one that you saw, you did not recognize as a clan. This guy, though, has the symbol of Clan Bukar.
Oh.
Cool. I saw our friend do it, so I'm gonna cut that one off.
Tugog underneath his sleeve has about 12 that have all been just and not in the traditional. They've just been sliced across. Like people were like, nope, and just kicked him out. I think he's got about 12 of them.
Wow.
All right.
Can we see that?
Probably, yeah. I don't know if you noticed.
Alright, yeah.
Meanwhile, back in the camp, what's going on?
I'm
Back at the
working
blocks.
on my technique
Yeah.
with 2 battle axes.
All right, just practicing.
Yeah.
Good, man, that's some excellent technique. I like this move too.
This
That's
one.
really.
Yeah, there's a pointy bit on this side. There's a pointy bit.
As he's doing his technique, I grab my short sword and I stop one of his feet and I say, "Watch your footing."
I like you.
Yeah, I'll do that. And I'll continue.
This is an entirely different story that's going on over here.
It's like Aragon.
Right, yeah, that's what I was thinking of. It's just Jeremy Irons, just like, nope.
All right.
Nope. So, how do you feel about hunting?
Had to do my share.
You ever been in a Turkish prison?
I'm in hunting enemies of a car.
Oh, right. Well, that's what we live for.
I hope so. Tell me about yourself.
The speed, baby.
Yeah, it is.
All right, hey, let's let them have it. What are they doing? Go ahead.
Wish they
Well,
would
quit you.
28 male, Akhar clan. When I was younger, I was sent on a spirit journey, and I actually hunted down an entire other clan. It was a small clan, but
How many?
15.
Women and children.
Of course not. No, they had banished their women and children. It was weird. That's why they needed to die.
Hmm.
Can't procreate.
That's true. What's your deal with Red Eyes again?
He's a chump.
I'll agree with that.
All right. So, are you guys gonna continue on your journey while they rest?
No, I'm done. And my buddy here looks pretty done too.
Do you want to head back to
It
their
looks
camp or
pretty
make
rough.
camp here?
We're about 2 hours away. If we
That's
head
true.
back, we're not going to get a full night's rest.
That's true.
So we would need
You
to
need a full
get
night's rest. You
That's
just take a
true,
long,
too.
short rest.
Yeah, we get our things back.
I'm going to
Do
get
you-
Rages back.
That's fair.
Are Rages long rest?
They are.
I had no idea.
Then I will let you decide. Do you think that you are
3
well
times a
enough?
day.
I'm just going to tell you right now that he'll go along with what you say. I'm also going to tell you that I don't think a short rest will do the job. As far as I'm at 2 health.
Cool. Then I will see
out
that,
of 40.
You took
that
the brunt of that.
your wounds need to be tended to.
Hey, are you alright?
Let's go see.
I look at you, there's just blood. It's a mess, and I go,
I have a healer's
Yes.
kit. What is that?
and then pass out on the ground.
Inspiration.
Why are you getting all of them?
And oh, by the way, each of you can have one.
What
Yay!
What is a healer's kit?
Healer's kit, I forget off the top of my head, but it's time to go to break, so we'll check on that. We'll be back
See you
at
guys
8
in a minute.
o'clock.